what is program? Now I'm starting with a theoretical definition of program, and then I will take an example, and hopefully the example will help all us in understanding this program better. So say if I open a program management standard and I start first few lines, I end up reading the program comprises related projects, subsidiary programs, and program related activities, and they are managed together because they are managed in such a manner so we can optimize the benefits of togetherness. If we don't manage them together as a one group, we may not be able to achieve the desired benefit in the optimal manner because there could be a sharing of resources, there are interdependency. So we create a group of interconnected components, projects, subprograms, or program activities to ensure that we achieve the program level objectives. And that is why we create a bigger group and we call it program. So let's try to understand program with the help of an example. This is influenced by something which I have worked upon, but I'm trying to keep it generic so that we can relate to it. So there is a government company and they need to do their financial forecasting. And what problem they were facing is their financial management is very poor. And because of that, they end up spending money in the areas of activities which were not budgeted before. And they do various crisis management during the year. Because government is approving some amount of expense and they end up doing somewhere else, they are unable to utilize the opportunity because money is not there for the right thing. So the organization management wanted to see how can we improve our financial management. So organization has a strategy to optimize the financial management so that they can make better strategic decision. Because organization wants to invest money in the right opportunities as a whole organizational level response to the changing market requirement. But how do I do it if I don't even know where the money is going and how much money I need in the next month? I am facing the difficulty and that is blocking me to make a strategic decision. So organization has this strategic problem and they are trying to solve this. So they had a meeting. Yeah, they had a board meeting and then somebody proposed, say that, this financial management has to be taken care before we even think of going to a next generation products and services. This problem has to be resolved. So management had this conversation and we can say that they were discussing and overall the meeting is saying we need to improve our financial management. Okay, now what do we do? So management said that propose something. What is actually needed. So they designated a group. Now I'm trying to use generic language rather than specific. Say they designated a group and this group tried to find out how to solve this particular problem, high level. So they did the analysis and they figured it out. We need an accounting system. We need a budgeting system. We need some kind of better forecasting. We need a budgetary control and overall support to roll out everything. And this all can help us in achieving what we want to achieve. So they had this conversation. Now, after doing this conversation, this particular group, the management also asked, give us some financial justification. Does it really worth investing this much money, this much time to improve the financial management? So this group went into more details and they prepared a financial justification about it. And they came back to the management and said, this is what we want to do. And if we fix this problem, your organizational objective of becoming a more responsive, dynamic organization can also be achieved. But for this, we need some amount of funding and approval. So assuming management approved it, they said, okay, great, let's go for it. So they had some conversation and they had an approval. Now, after we got an approval, we started thinking about how do we solve this problem? And we say, okay, how do we achieve this goal? So overall, we had a 3-year timeline in mind, and we are thinking that, yes, there is a need of a financial system, accounting system. What will happen is right now our accounts are pretty manual. So we want to get something so that day-to-day expenses get really compiled and we know where the money is going. Yeah, and what is the upcoming month possible expense. We can get the real accounting data. So real accounting data has to come. So that's the one system we are needing. We do need a budgeting system. Right now, we do all Excel-based budget preparation and that budgeting is not accurate. There is a significant amount of variance. And for a government company, budget variance are a little tricky. So they need to do it. So they can say, we need a budgeting system. We need to definitely do a rollout and maintenance support because these systems creation is not the only goal. And after that, we also need a forecasting system. And we also need to have a mechanism where we ensure the real expenses and budgets are controlled. So we need tentatively as of now, what we see based on our previous discussion with the management, we need these 4 systems and some kind of support activities. This is something we know. Now management is saying, okay, this is what we have to do. And do as a management group, as a strategic group, I need to take care of all of them. So I can do, one of the possible way is I approve these 4 projects and I take care of each and every projects and monitor it. First, as a management, I don't want to do it because it's too much detailing. Second, if I do project by project thing, I may miss the integrated goal. The integrated goal is improving financial discipline in the whole thing. We need to have a better financial management. So it is not about doing better budgeting. It is not about better controlling of our day-to-day expenses. It is not just pockets. Integratedly, our expenses, our budgets should integrate, which help us in doing budgetary control, which help us in giving forecast as well. So I, as a management group, decided we need to form a group who can take care of it. I need to form this as an entity, which is called program. So program is, so what I do, I collect all of them and I can say, guys, you are a one program, the program to help us in improving our financial management. Now, when I'm thinking about a program at a high level, I will say this program will have a one project which will help us in implementing accounting system. I can say, okay, we will be buying one ready-made accounting system. First, we need to go through the evaluation of various alternatives because accounting is something which is pretty standard. We want to just go for it. And after doing evaluation, we will go ahead and then we will implement this particular accounting system. So this project probably will form. But before that, we may do a evaluation activity. So we can put some kind of program activities will happen here. So I'm just adding the another element here, and I can say that there will be some kind of solution, alternative, and contract analysis, which will be before this project. We will do this kind of activities. And once this is done, we will go with this particular project execution. So this solutioning and all, because we want to evaluate various solution alternative and identify the right financial product for us, we can't initiate the project directly. We will have another solutioning group who will do it. And this will be managed by some of the business analysis skills. We will apply that particular skills with us. And then once it is done, we will work very closely with the procurement group. These are our program related activities. And then we will go for the financial system. So we can say this financials, a project will produce an output which we will implement. And this particular output is a financial system. I can even define the characteristics of this deliverable, and this will be something with us. And once this deliverable is there, during this duration of a program, my team is also expected to take care of it. So we will do support and maintenance activity for this particular financial system. Till this program duration, this whole maintenance is with us. So we are planning about that. Now, once this system is at place, when the accounting is taken care, we will focus on, as of now, we are thinking that we will do a budgetary system. Now, this is budgeting system we will do customized. So we are not doing some separate activities. So we can say here that we will do some kind of solution alternative analysis and project chartering activity for this budgeting system. And once it is done, we will go ahead with the budgeting system. That's something we are planning. And similarly, once the budgeting system is in place, then we will focus on budgetary control, because budgetary control will be integrating the idea coming from finance as well as budget. The budgetary system is expected to produce another deliverable. So I can say the deliverable will be coming, and this deliverable will help us in taking care of budget preparation. And then we will have a budgetary control also producing a deliverable. All deliverable as get produced, we will start doing rollout and support activity with this program team. So program activities will be there. And once it is all these things are in place, then we will focus on producing the forecasting system. So we can say when all the systems are done, all the projects are achieving their outputs and a decent amount of outcome, then we will do a transitioning activity and we will transition this whole program to the group who can maintain it and take it forward. Now, this thing we want to manage as a one unit, and we want to put someone as a program manager and as a program management team to take care of this work. And that is called program. So this is a program, and you can say that program can have projects as a one component. And let me give a color to the projects. So we can say these were the projects in the program. we were doing various program-related activities. So there are many activities. Whenever the word activities comes in the program management, we can refer them as a program-related activities. And these program-related activities are happening throughout the project. Now, some of you will say, okay, we understood that program can have a projects and program-related activities. Projects we can see in a different color. Rest of them are project-related, program-related activities which we are running as a part of a program. What about subprogram? So assuming you realize that these three budgeting thing, budgeting system preparation, budgeting control system, and forecasting system, they may work as a subgroup. And we may want to create a subprogram out of it. So they may have some common management which can help them in doing a better integration with each other. If that is the requirement, if that is the case, then we can create that kind of subprograms also. So I can say that this is the group which we are focusing on, and this group is considered as a subprogram group, and we may have a project as a component, subsidiary program as a component, and program-related activities as the another component of our program. And these all are managed in the consistent manner to produce the desired outcome. Now, a little bit more details here. Think about the projects will get initiated or may get closed during the program. There is a possibility we may discover, oh, we need another project to train our manpower in order to use these systems well. And that project may get initiated during the program also. Or we may realize that in order to achieve our financial management goal, we probably can live without forecasting system. Yeah, then we may end up scrapping the idea of a particular project out of a program. So new project component can get added throughout the program existence. And there is a possibility of some of the existing projects may get changed, may get removed, maybe their scope get changed in order to manage our overall optimum program level objective. So our focus is that we need to achieve financial management. We need to achieve our program level KPIs. The program group is focusing on that. And in order to manage that, they might be playing with the component projects scope and their delivery timelines, or maybe new creation or removal of some of the projects inside the program. That can happen. Here, I try to show that program benefits can be achieved incrementally. So say as soon as the financial accounting system is done, maybe in the first year time, we just deliver it and we start taking benefits. Since the program is still active, we want to make sure the maintenance support is done well, and some amount of integration which is needed, it is also done in the appropriate manner with the other component of our program. So there is always a desire to produce increment benefits. So each project component may produce output like a system, and they may also produce outcome. And during the program duration, we need to make sure those outcomes are maintained, sustained, and we also make sure they are aligned to overall program objective. There is a possibility you may have an end of program benefits. Sometimes we call them unified deliverables or unified outcomes. In that case, till the time program is not reaching towards the end stage, because all component projects are running during that time, there could be a closure in between, but benefits are not getting achieved. And only when the overall program gets finished, the benefits gets achieved. So this is all about benefits and the component level project relationship. Now, some of you may start thinking, is it always like top driven? Or can it be a bottom up also? So yes, it could be a bottom up also. So there could be a situation where you may see that there are various projects which are running, and these projects, there is someone which is coming future, but right now we have 3 projects running, and they do have interdependencies, but we are not taking care of those interdependency as a one unit. These project managers are handling themselves, and directly management is there to take care of any escalation that is happening. But in order to achieve the optimal result and some sharing and continuous collaboration, we may think that we need to create some kind of facilitation group, support group, which can help these units to work as a one bigger family. And sometimes we see the existing projects are running and we club them together and create a program at a later stage. So program creation can happen top to bottom when you have a program level strategy and you initiate the component projects. There is also a possibility bottom up when you see that there are independent projects running and directly they are managed by the management, and you realize that it is better to manage them as a one bigger family to achieve program level objectives. So that is also a possibility of creating a program. So we can talk about the definition again. So program is something which is collection of related projects or a subsidiary program, and it has a program level activities which are managed in a coordinated manner to obtain the benefits which are not available if we manage them individually. And these components are called program components. Usually in the PGMP language, whenever we talk about activities, we can talk about program activities, and most of these components have a complementary goal, which means by doing their portion of a work, they will help us in achieving the overall program level objectives.